This house is on the market where we currently are, and if it gets sold before then we'll kind of be homeless, and that's quite scary, but we are confident we'll find a way to get to that place and that. So yeah, there's lots I wanted to do here still, and it's just a pain in the butt. That's what it is. I mean, it's not the end of the world, it's not that bad, but it's disheartening. And now talking about it, I feel stupid because so many people go through so many worse things. But yeah, losing a house ain't fun. Maybe there's a better place for us. We don't have the finance to go anywhere, so we just got to see what happens. Just the frustration of things. I think I'll start recording again once. My stomach. I'll start recording again once.
So this is the ever-evolving story of my health and the fear and uncertainty of what's next when finances are so tight and you wonder, where's my next meal coming from?
This is my reptile room that I haven't even gotten to show you guys because of just being sick and not being able to finish the things I wanted to finish before showing you the reptile room, but I gotta move again. I know it sucks. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of exciting that we're losing another house. We don't own this house, we rent it, and the owner unfortunately needs to sell because it's tough times right now with the economy and everything that's going on. But that kind of pushes my butt into gear of like, okay, let's find a place that we're going to buy, make it our own so we don't have to move out. But yes, it's scary thinking about moving, and we're gonna have to do it. So I'm supposed to be packing today, but there's going to be load shedding, which means no electricity, no lights to see stuff, which is not safe, obviously. And I also fed the snakes last night, so it won't be wise to take everything out of their enclosures because they're just gonna poop then. So after months of searching and heartbreak with things falling through, here's the first look at the room that will become my herb studio. So yeah, there's quite a bit to do. It looks like it's in a bit of a rough shape. That's because it is. And there's a lot of excitement and a lot of nerves at this point because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. Finally going through some things and going to be getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff now that we move. So we need to fix the floor, obviously. The walls, they're in a bit of a rough shape, but we can fix that. Everything needs to be fixed and renovated. I mean, look at this. Already we've done so much and work is constantly going on. My poor little truck here, Bucky as we call it in South Africa, has worked its butt off on this build. It's a huge mess. Let me actually go inside here to kind of show you what's cracking. There's a lot happening at the moment. You can see all my herb books behind me. We're packing, we're going to be moving. I'm actually quite excited. It's not even been a week since we started working on the new reptile room. When I say we, I really mean this guy over here, Charles. He's a pro. He's pretty good at doing everything here, and he's going to make it look nice. My brother from another mother.
Thanks so much.
So we have put up the branding strats for the ceiling. Now we're going to wait for the electrician to come and then wire everything. He should be coming tomorrow, hopefully. He didn't. It took a few more weeks. So that floor over there that was all broken and that, we've fixed it. Although we still have to wait for some materials to arrive. We've got insulation that is going to go underneath the floor. So this will be fully like climate controlled. As you can see, that's ISO board, which is also insulation. We have built the wall. Charles has built this wall over here, so we still got to plaster that. I'm going to build a nice barn door, and this is coming along quite nicely and relatively quickly. So this over here is the amazing team that is responsible for making everything happen. Dad, Charles, and Jotham, my brother. These guys are amazing. Without them, it wouldn't happen. So I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Welcome in.
Let's get going. So I wanted to insulate the floor, but then I decided I didn't want to because of the cost involved. But I'm glad I bit the bullet and decided to do it. That behind me there is a whole load of river sand getting ready for the mix of the screed, which is happening tomorrow morning, bright and early by this man over here, Charles.
Wow. That's it. We're gonna do it, man.
So the floors are basically done. They're just busy curing right now. That's why there's a bunch of sand on them, because we are making puddles of water so it cures nicely. As you can see, constant work is going on. We're busy now with the other room putting up the ceiling insulation. Then we got to put it up in here because the floor's not 100% set yet. We can do that tomorrow. So I've got 10 days to fix up the new place and move in. That means we got to start taking down enclosures and taking things apart. So first of all, what I'd like to do is start taking all the decorations out of the enclosures, just leave it bare and minimal for the snakes while the snakes are still inside. And then you'll see what my plans are for the snakes themselves and how I'm going to move them, because I thought of a pretty ingenious way of doing it, especially with a ton of venomous animals.
Yeah, there wasn't time for my ingenious idea, so I just made a plan with what I had.
The coolest thing just happened to me. So we're still busy painting the reptile room floor, and I just go to quickly feed the dogs, and while I go outside to get their food, I see this little slithering thing, and it's an incredibly beautiful Aurora house snake. Check out that stunning dorsal stripe on it. A little hatchling. These guys average on about 60 centimeters, may exceed 90 or so, but they're so cool. It's obviously non-venomous. It's a constrictor. They like hunting for rodents, and at this size, most likely little lizards, geckos, and he's very slippery and slithery. Not easy to hold onto. Now there's still a lot to do in this room as well, but that will get done in time. It's just kind of frustrating because I'm not able to do as much as I would personally like to, because I like working with my own two hands and I like helping out. But I'm really fortunate and grateful for my brother and my dad and Charles, who's like a brother also, to have been able to help me with this whole project, because without them, frankly, it wouldn't be possible, because yeah, the doctor would kill me if he even saw how much work I'm doing currently, so please don't say anything. So right now my dad is busy getting all the plug points ready for all the enclosures. As I said, I've had so much help with this build. I've literally done nothing. Feels like it. Look at this incredible change that has occurred here. It is echoey, but it looks amazing. The floors, the ceilings. Why am I pointing to opposites? Okay, so you know what's incredible? Well, let me show you over here. This! We have already moved so many of the cages into the new room. Wow, this is so dark. Now all these cages have been put on wheels, so I can easily wheel everything out in order to wire everything up, because literally the last time I did this, I had no time and we had to wire things up. Like, yeah, it was not fun whatsoever. But it's almost complete. Ugh. There are a few little nicks and nags that happen to the enclosures that need to be sorted out and fixed. The eventual plan is to replace all of these with something a lot nicer that I've designed. I didn't make these, now I want to replace them with something that I make, because that's just going to be way better for the animals. So it looks like a bit of a mess in here. It is a bit of a mess. But just wait till I show you this room over here. All of it is decor in boxes and stuff. Because when you set up animals nice and naturalistic and with a lot of environmental enrichment in the enclosure, it's not easy to move. It would be so much easier if it was just like substrate in the enclosure and then a hide and a water bowl. But no, I don't do that. So I made my life very difficult. Like these boxes behind me are not even half of the things that have to go in the enclosures. But it's alright, and I know it's like moving with sticks and stones. What's the point, Bryce? The point is I have disinfected all those sticks and stones. That being said, right now everything's like newspaper and bare minimal, because that is easier to work with things. But this is the arid room. Room number 2. And it's pretty cool. It's also my office. And with time, I will... Why is that so bright? I will find places for everything. Lots to do, but it's exciting. I've got the space. I can even build a whole huge facility if I want here. A reptile preservation institute. Now you know I've always been planning on that. Just like
a few months ago when I had some scientists come over and take DNA samples of some of my animals. I mean, that's what we want to do with the Preservation Institute. Help animals and science. Check out this cool knife. Got a custom made knife. I don't know why I told you that. Quick PSA, this isn't my property, it's actually my parents' property. It's the first place they've ever been able to buy, and with that being said, they've given me the great opportunity to basically do whatever I need to do in order to build this up on this property. I mean, we've got a huge amount of land already started with a bunch of organic produce, tomatoes, vegetables, and, you know, just living the dream. By this point you can see an ever-increasing improvement in my health because I'm not exposed to all the toxins in the city. Ow! My arms aren't strong enough just yet. I'll finish the rest off after lunchtime. With that, my health and strength is actually improving. It might not seem like it, but it is. It's just a slow process. So thank you for sticking around. Let's hope I can get this one to fit inside of here. Go. Please don't come out. No! Haha! And like magic, we have poop all over our hands. Delightful. Let's go wash up. I only literally woke up. So this morning I was up at 6:30 a.m. and then had breakfast and fell asleep again till like 11 a.m. because I think my body was like, hey Bryce, you actually need a rest today. Moving is something else. It's a different beast. Look at all the different parts of decor that I have laid out on the floor. That's not even all of them. I can't find where the rest are. Got to set them up in the enclosures over there. We have load shedding, so all the lights are out. I've only wired one set with lights, but everything has got heating and sorted that way. So I've got to do this now. This can make one person quite tired, especially when your immune system is, you know, on the up and up and getting better and stronger each day. Things are slowly coming together, but I'm not exactly set on where I want everything to be. I've got a nice couch here, which is nice because then I can chill and look at my wonderful animals. But over here, we are getting new enclosures to fill up this space. But you can see it's very dark in here, and that's an issue because I don't have any sort of lighting up yet. Although, in this spot right there, we're getting a backup power system fitted so all the animals have heating and lighting during load shedding because it's getting really bad. We only have about 12 hours of power a day, and it's only going to get worse from here. A lot of the work I do happens on screen here, which is why this is something that had to be done, because now at least I have a laptop that is usable when there is no electricity, because the desktop doesn't work like that. So in the beginning of the video, which was a few months ago, I explained that financially we weren't able to do anything and we're not in a great position. Nothing has really changed. Yet, how am I able to have been able to afford moving, let alone getting a backup power system and a laptop to be able to work on? I mean, it's crazy. And that is all because of some really special people who believe in me. Aren't you cute, little boy? Aren't you cute? And I literally cannot thank them enough. I mean, all this help has really come from those I least expected to come from. And I am blown away that some people would believe in me so much to be able to help me out with this dream of mine. And hopefully one day that will become a huge reality. We'll be able to educate thousands of people about
incredible, misunderstood wildlife and animals. Because this move has not been cheap, yet it's been the biggest blessing of my life. And I don't know how to say thank you. So if you're watching, thank you for all the help. But I definitely could not have done this alone. And this is only the beginning, let me tell you now.